Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your love reading for October 2019. I've already shuffled the decks and I wasn't going to do jumping cards. You did have a few cards jump. I actually put them back in the deck and they both jumped again. So I definitely have to show these to you. The first card that jumped is the Ace of Rods. And the other card that jumped is the Nine of Cups. And like I said, both of these cards jumped. I decided I was not going to do jumping cards, so I put them back in the deck. I kept shuffling and they both popped out again. So there is some type of new beginning for the sign of Sagittarius. For those of you who are single, their cards are being very persistent that you need to know this is a time of new beginnings. You can be meeting a new partner. For those of you where you're coupled or you're having kind of issues, the Ace of Wands is telling you that this can be a time of new beginnings in the month of October. Now the other card is the Nine of Cups. This represents a lot of happiness coming to you, and it can be that you're very happy that maybe there's a second chance with a partner, but there can also be a new relationship coming in for those of you who are single, where this is your dream partner. This is a wish come true. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these back in the deck. Like I said, I wasn't going to do jumping cards, but they jumped. I put them back, and then they jumped again. Okay, this is a love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October 2019. You have the Eight of Rods. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. The Emperor. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. Six of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. Five of Rods. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. The Tower. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. The Chariot. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. Four of Rods. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. Queen of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. And Judgment. I feel like I should pull this card here. Let's see how it's jumping out here. And it is the Fool. So another new beginning. We'll put it here with Judgment. So let's go ahead and see what all of this means for you. Let's start at the top. So you have the Eight of Rods, the Emperor, and the Six of Swords. So you have a chance in the month of October to get away from a really difficult situation. The Six of Swords is leaving behind a difficult time or a difficult person. It could be someone who maybe has been interfering in your relationship, because you do have the Five of Rods here. This can be someone who's creating trouble for you. It could be an ex, a family member, somebody who's kind of meddling in your relationship. But the Six of Swords just means that it is time for your relationship or your love life to move in a positive direction. For some of you, this could be because of something changing. You have the Eight of Rods, which means that there's some type of excitement around your love life that you have been waiting for some time. As you see in the card here, there is kind of some communication happening. The woman is receiving a letter, and that is what this card represents. So it could be unexpected communication that you have been waiting for a really long time. So some of you, there is communication. You're moving away from a difficult time. But you also have the Emperor right in the center. The Emperor is a major arcana, which means that it's time to take control. It could be that you need to take back your power, as far as, maybe you've been in a really difficult time in a relationship, in a marriage. The Emperor just means that you have to take your power back. You have to stay in control. It can be that maybe something is changing in a relationship where you're finally hearing something from a partner. You're hearing some type of communication, like maybe they want to get back together, they want to work things out, but you're being told here to stay in control, stay empowered. Your love life is moving in a much healthier direction. Now in the second row, you have the Five of Rods, the Tower, and the Chariot. So you have two major arcana. So there's a lot of strong energy around your love life. You have a lot of movement here with the Chariot. This can represent the sign of Cancer for some of you. Perhaps you're meeting a Cancer or you're reuniting with a Cancer, the Chariot being here. But this is, this is a lot of movement. Like some of you could be meeting somebody new. It could be a relationship kind of taking off to the next level. And this is something that is very unexpected because you have the Tower here. It could be a surprise, that you're hearing that somebody, is in love with you. It could be kind of a surprise proposal. Now you do have the Five of Rods here, so you do have to be careful. With the Five of Rods, it could be there's a struggle. And I do feel like this card can represent so many different things, but I do feel like it's an inner struggle as far as maybe the person that you're involved with, if it's not actually you. I feel like somebody wants, a lot of movement in the relationship. You've got the Chariot, you've got the Six of Swords. This is movement. This is movement here. Even the Eight of Rods, there's movement. And there is some type of unexpected development around this movement, but somebody's resisting it with the Five of Rods. Somebody is struggling. Like maybe the person that you love, like they really do want to move forward in the relationship, maybe as far as commitment or marriage. But then part of them is kind of fighting it, saying maybe no, stay single, not right now is not the right time. I see something big changing here in your love life, movement that will take you by surprise, but somebody is fighting it here with the Five of Rods. It can also just be that there's a lot of arguments or disagreements about maybe kind of taking the relationship to the next level with the Chariot being here. Now, in the bottom row, let's see here, you've got the Four of Rods, which can represent a marriage, but it also just represents a relationship, stability, commitment. Again, for those of you who are single, this can be perhaps a new person coming in for you who is kind of marriage material. It can be someone who is a water sign. You've got the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Remember that you also have the Chariot, which can represent the sign of Cancer. So for some of you, a water sign is significant in your love life. It can be somebody new coming in, or it can be your partner. And you do have new beginnings here, both major arcana. We have Judgment and the Fool. So for the sign of Sagittarius, there is kind of strong energy of new beginnings and second chances, because that is what Judgment represents. A relationship that seemed doomed is actually being given a second chance. Or maybe you feel like your love life has gone through, I don't know, this card usually kind of feels like you feel like you've been kind of destroyed, as dramatic as that sounds. You feel like you've hit rock bottom, but there is actually a second chance for you in the month of October, but you do have to take a risk with the Fool being here. The Fool means you have to really trust your heart and your intuition. Perhaps some of you are meeting a water sign, or this can represent perhaps you feeling very emotional in your current relationship. Maybe because you want more movement here with the Four of Rods. You want marriage, you want commitment. Maybe you're ready for something long term, and perhaps the person that you love is not quite there yet with the Five of Rods. Perhaps there is a struggle going on. Okay, so let's get a few more cards. Let's see what other messages come up. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. What other messages are there for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, October 2019. You've got, interesting, now we have the King and the Queen of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October 2019. Four of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October. And the Four of Cups. Now I just realized I didn't get a main energy for you, so let me do that right now. What's the most important thing that Sagittarius needs to hear about their love life for October 2019? Interesting. So it's your energy. As a fire sign, you are the Queen of Rods. Of course, this can also represent somebody else who is a fire sign, either somebody new coming in or your partner, either another Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo, or somebody that has, in some ways, is significant in your relationship. But you do have the King and the Queen of Cups here. So there's strong water sign energy. For those of you who are single, there could be a water sign coming in. But again, the King and the Queen of Cups, they represent emotion. So it could be that you're very emotional, maybe about what's happening in your relationship, what's happening in your marriage. Yeah, I mean, you've got the Four of Cups here with the Four of Swords. So if there is no water in your chart and your partner or your ex is not a water sign, then I feel like you're just very emotional in the month of October. You have the Four of Swords here, which could be that perhaps there's some healing that needs to happen in a relationship. But to me, the Four of Swords usually also means somebody is kind of telling you to back off. Somebody's asking for space. Perhaps, there is an energy here of somebody feeling unfulfilled with the Four of Cups. Somebody kind of not seeing what you're offering them. They don't see what you see, or they don't see the connection that you see. The Four of Cups is just someone who's bored, unfulfilled, and not seeing what is right in front of them. And again, this would definitely tie in with the Four of Swords, where somebody could be asking for some space. So far it seems like things want to change for the better here with the Six of Swords. It's definitely time for you to leave a difficult person or a difficult time behind you, but you do have to take your power back. And for some of you, this could be with someone who is not on the same page as you, with the Five of Rods being here. Somebody who just, they're either fighting themselves or they just want something totally different. But you do have the Tower right in the center, which means that there could be something very unexpected. Perhaps you're dealing with someone who is not ready for a relationship or commitment, and then suddenly they change their mind. Okay, so let's get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. Let's just move this way. What other messages are there for the sign of Sagittarius for October? We've got the Ace of Swords. What other messages are there for the sign of Sagittarius for October? The Hermit. What other messages are there for the sign of Sagittarius for October? And the Emperor. So the Emperor is a repeat card because it's also right here. Okay, what's the most important thing that Sagittarius needs to hear about their love life for October 2019? The Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is telling you to be careful, especially with everything that we've talked about here. Be careful around relationships where, you know, somebody is backing off with this Four of Swords energy. Somebody's asking for space. And you've kind of noticed maybe that someone has been unhappy in a relationship, especially if you feel like this person is not going to change. Although some of you, there is change that can happen here. I see change here and here, especially with the Chariot. But the Seven of Swords can be someone who is in denial. It can be you, but it can also be the person that you're involved with, the person that you're in love with. Okay, so let's look at these last three cards that I pulled for you. Let me put this card here so you can see it. The Ace of Swords. So I feel like in order for things to change in your love life, I mean, the Ace of Swords means that somebody has to change their mind. Somebody has to look at things in a different light. Because I do feel like the person that you love and you are not on the same page. I see that right here. There's strong differences or there's fighting. I feel like somebody has to change the perspective and you need to stay in control because the Emperor is here twice. You need to stay in control. So you can't give this person that you're in love with too much power. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable. I do see a lot of thinking going on here with the Hermit. This is a lot of soul searching. It could be that maybe the person that you love, you know, kind of needs some space. We already saw that over here on this side with the Four of Swords. Somebody needs some space to kind of figure things out. Let me see what else stands out here. I mean, you have this energy of a lot of movement. The Eight of Rods, the Six of Swords, the Chariot. There can be a lot of movement here. And for some of you, this can be something that takes you by surprise. Perhaps, again, a partner had been kind of resisting being with you or being committed to you, and suddenly they're ready because you have this card here, the Four of Rods, commitment, stability, and you also have it down here with two new beginnings, two major arcanas, Judgment and the Fool. There is a second chance for a relationship that seemed like it was doomed, but somebody has to take a giant leap of faith with the Fool being here. But I also see perhaps someone asking for some space, needing some time to think. Same energy as the Hermit here. The Four of Swords and the Hermit are kind of the same thing. Like, give me some time. I need time to figure things out. So I do feel like for some of you, you're waiting for someone, but it could be that the wait is over. Because the very first card is the Eight of Rods, saying that there is something coming to you that you've been waiting for a long time. It could be communication, or it could just be some type of development, like meeting somebody new, or even kind of reuniting with an ex. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what is going on between you and your ex. And as always with the X spread, it can be someone that you had a long-term committed relationship with, but it can even be someone that you just dated a few times and you want to know if you're going to hear from them again. Okay, show me the energies around Sagittarius and their ex for October 2019. You have the Five of Pentacles. Sagittarius and their ex for October. Four of Cups. Sagittarius and their ex for October. Six of Cups. Sagittarius and their ex for October. The World. Sagittarius and their ex for October. Nine of Cups. Sagittarius and their ex for October. Seven of Pentacles. Sagittarius and their ex for October. Queen of Pentacles. Sagittarius and their ex for October. Three of Pentacles. Sagittarius and their ex for October. And the Hangman. So there is kind of a delay here as far as like you and your ex reuniting. For those of you where there is kind of maybe zero communication with this person, or maybe you are communicating but the relationship is over. You're not a couple anymore. I still see some delays for the month of October. I see that here and here with the Hangman. because the Seven of Pentacles is, I mean, this is waiting. This is telling you to be patient because there are options. So I feel like this is your ex kind of contemplating, like, do I want to get back together or not? They're taking their time. They have a decision to make. For some of you, this can even be that maybe there's someone else. In the picture, you did have the Five of Rods in the first spread that I did for you, which can be competition. So for those of you where maybe you know they're involved with someone else, it could be that they're trying to decide whether they're gonna come back to you or not. But could also just be deciding whether they want to get back together with you or not. You also have the Hangman, which means that for the month of October, I still see you kind of questioning, are you going to get back together or not? This is being stuck. This is being in limbo. There's also, a lot of emotional energy here. 4 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Although the 9 of Cups does represent you being happy, this represents a wish being granted. But let's start at the top, because you have the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the 6 of Cups. So there is kind of strong unhappiness here. Both of these cards, 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Cups. This is unhappy energy. It could be that someone is highly miserable. It can be, I feel like you're wanting your ex back, obviously, but the 5 of Pentacles does kind of mean that someone's feeling really disconnected. Perhaps your ex is kind of feeling disconnected from you. Perhaps they don't know what they want. This card came up in the first spread, so this is significant, the 4 of Cups. I feel like your ex may not kind of realize what they had with you. The feelings are still there because you have the 6 of Cups. For me, when the 6 of Cups shows up in the X spread, it means that the past is not exactly in the past. The feelings are still there. This is emotion. There's still that attachment to the past. The 6 of Cups is all well, it's also kind of soulmate energy. It's not exactly the 2 of Cups, but it is soulmate energy. But there is this energy of maybe them not seeing what you see. Maybe they're not quite there yet, although you do have the 9 of Cups, which means that they can actually come around. I feel like your ex is doing a lot of thinking, maybe exploring their options, like should they come back to you. There could be a change here because you have the World, which this could be maybe a new chapter in your relationship, a new beginning. The World is an ending, a new beginning, but I feel like your ex, they need to decide with this 7 of Pentacles energy. You need to decide whether they're going to come back or not. Now let me look at this bottom row here. You've got an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also represent you if you have a moon or rising and an earth sign. Yeah, there is a lot of effort here. I feel like this represents you. For those of you where you've done everything that you can to get back together with your ex, to get them to talk to you, I feel like there is waiting that needs to happen. The next card is the Hangman. This is being in limbo, being stuck. So I feel like for some of you, you may kind of feel the need to kind of push in order to get them to decide. That may not get you anywhere in the month of October. They're going to decide when they're ready. Because I see somebody here putting in a lot of effort, like doing everything that they can to get this person to change their mind or to come back. Yet the next card is still the Hangman, being stuck, being in limbo. So I don't feel like pushing your ex to make a decision is really I don't think it's really gonna pay off, because they need to make this decision on their own with the 7 of Pentacles being here. They're taking their time. Okay, so let's get a few more cards and we'll see what else comes out for you. Sagittarius and their ex for October 2019. You've got the 7 of Wands, Sagittarius and their ex. Interesting. King and Queen of Pentacles. And in the first spread, you had the King and Queen of Cups. So, there's definitely kind of a connection here. This is a couple when they come up like that. Sagittarius and their ex for October. 7 of Swords. You also had this card in the first spread. It came up in the confirmation deck. So if your ex is an earth sign, let's just start there. If your ex is an earth sign, you want to be careful around this, because you've got the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Swords, especially if there was some type of betrayal. Especially if there was deceit, to be more specific, because the 7 of Swords is someone who's sneaky, someone who lies to you, someone who's two-faced. I feel like you have to be careful around this person. Also, with the 7 of Wands means that you need answers. You need to really speak up for yourself. So some of you will have a chance to reconnect with your ex, but don't just kind of blindly welcome them back with open arms. Make sure that you're hearing the truth from them, because there's still this kind of like sneaky energy around this earth sign. It can't, if your ex is not an earth sign, sun, moon, or rising, this can represent your energy. But maybe as far as just being cautious around your ex, make sure that, you know, you're not getting yourself into something that you're going to regret. Make sure you get answers, because there's still unhappiness here. And I feel like this is your ex. I don't think it's you. This came up in the first spread. Someone feels unfulfilled, bored, and they're having trouble kind of making a decision whether they want to come back to you. They can change their mind, Nine of Cups, but they're having trouble making that decision. And I feel like the more that you try, I feel like this is you trying. The more that you try, you still feel like you're hitting a brick wall. You're still in limbo here. You want to be careful. 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Be careful around taking your ex back. Not that you're not supposed to, but for some reason the cards are warning you to be cautious, especially if there was lies, if there was deceit in some way. Make sure that you're not in denial. This card can also mean that you're just choosing to look away. You don't want to see certain things about your ex. Okay, so let's get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. Let me just give it a quick shuffle. What other messages are there for Sagittarius about their ex for October 2018? I also feel like you don't want to make excuses for your ex, especially again if there was deceit or anything else. I feel like you don't want to make excuses for them. What other messages are there for Sagittarius about their ex for October 2018? Let's see what comes up for you. Sagittarius and their ex for October. 4 of Pentacles, Sagittarius and their ex for October. The Ace of Wands, Sagittarius and their ex for October. King of Wands. So there's definitely, you know, the energy here of a new beginning. This is kind of my card for exes because it represents a clean slate. Wiping the slate clean and being able to start over. All is forgiven, all is forgotten. So there's that energy there. There is a possibility. Then we have your energy here. Because you are a fire sign. You are the King of Wands, but of course if your ex is also a fire sign, that represents them. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles up there. I mean, the 4 of Pentacles, to me, this is someone who's holding on really tight. I feel like this represents you. It can also represent them, perhaps keeping you at a distance. The 4 of Pentacles can be someone who doesn't want to change, who's refusing change, but also just means someone who is holding on really tight. Like you don't want to let this go. You don't want to let this person go. Look at this. 4 of Pentacles ended up right next to the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like this is you. You're holding on to this person. You don't want to let them go. Again, you want to be careful with the 7 of Wands coming up here and the 7 of Swords around the energy of a person. Be careful as far as, you know, kind of believing this person. Have they truly changed, or they really want you back? Because I feel like you've done everything that you can. I feel like you've done everything to try to talk to them, to get them to listen to you. The 3 of Pentacles is going out of your way. You literally have done everything that you can. And some of you, it can pay off, because I do see a wish being granted here. The 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. But, you know, your ex is being very careful. Like, you know, do they want to come back to you? They're doing a lot of thinking. And for some of you, not all, it could be that maybe there's other options. As far as, you know, is there someone else that maybe they're considering? Should they be with you or with them? So let's see what else stands out here. Another thing that I'm getting here is that this energy here from the 7 of Pentacles is not just your ex. For some of you, you have an option. You have an option as far as moving on, which would be the world, a new chapter in your life. For those of you where maybe you don't necessarily know if you can trust your ex, there can be a new beginning for you. So this would be a new person coming in for you. So you do have a choice whether you're going to stick around and wait for your ex. For some of you, you could be fed up with that. It could be that maybe you're ready for a new relationship. Remember that you did have those cards that jumped at the beginning of the reading, and one of them was the Ace of Wands, and which actually ended up here. So, you know, there is some type of new beginning that maybe could be with your ex, but for some of you, it could also be with another person. I do see, you know, just unhappiness here. I feel like there's strong unhappiness, whether it's you or your ex, but yet someone is still being really persistent and holding on here with the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the partner spread. Okay, so let's start the partner spread, and I did do the spread for you for the month of September. This deck is going to represent you, and this deck is going to represent the person that you love. It can be your ex, it can be the person that you're with right now, or you can even be maybe someone that you have a crush on, somebody that you want to be with. So let's go ahead and start with you. It's going to be kind of two separate spreads. Again, one focusing on you, one focusing on them. So let's see what you want. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October 2019. Show me the person, show me the sign of Sagittarius for October 2019. What is it they want from their partner? What are they feeling? What are they hoping for? Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October 2019. What does Sagittarius want from their love life? What do they want from their partner? Show me the sign of Sagittarius. What does the sign of Sagittarius want from their partner, from the person that they love? Show me the sign of Sagittarius. Show me the sign of Sagittarius. What do they want from the person that they love? What are they thinking? What do they want from this person that they're in love with? Show me the sign of Sagittarius. October 2019. What does Sagittarius want from the person that they love? What are they hoping for? Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October 2019. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October 2019. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October 2019. What do they want from the person that they love? What are they hoping for? What are they thinking? Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October. Okay, so let's get some cards for you, and then we will do the person that you love. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October. Interesting. Water sign energy again. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October. Show me the sign of Sagittarius for October. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle the other deck, which is going to represent the person that you love. Okay. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October 2019. What are they thinking? What do they want from Sagittarius? Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October 2019. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October 2019. What do they want? How do they feel about Sagittarius? Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October 2019. How do they feel about Sagittarius? What do they want from them? Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October 2019. What are they thinking? What are they hoping for? How do they feel about Sagittarius? Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October 2018. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October 2018. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October 2019. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the cards for the person that you love. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October. Show me the person that Sagittarius loves for October. Okay, so this is what we have, and I do offer this spread on my website for those of you where you want a specific reading for you and your situation. I'll put a link down below to my website in the comment section. So let's look at you first, and then we'll go over to them. Okay, so obviously, your energy is here. It was the first card that I pulled, the Queen of Wands. This represents you. You've got the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, the Tower, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So, I do see here, if you don't have a moon or rising in a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, this came up in one of the other spreads, King and Queen of Cups, they were both there. I feel like this is just that you're in a very emotional place in the month of October. You're in a very emotional place, and I feel like you have popped up as the King of Cups, whether you're male or female. We have the Knight of Cups here. Now, this is what I was telling you in the very first spread, if you go back and watch. I feel like you're ready for movement. Maybe you're ready for commitment, because the Knight of Cups can be like literally a marriage proposal. Now, if you're not quite there yet, it could be that you just want, maybe you just want more love, more romance in your relationship. But I do feel like you want movement. You want something significant from your partner. Maybe you're tired of being in a casual relationship. Maybe you don't have any real commitment and you want that. But that is what you're focusing on for the month of October, based on the first spread that I did for you, but also because this is next to your energy. And again, there's that very kind of emotional energy from the King of Cups. I feel like you're in a very emotional place because you're ready for your relationship to move forward. And it could be that the person that you love, your partner, is not quite there yet. Now, I mean, I see you doing a lot of thinking here with the Page of Pentacles. And for some of you, it could be that you want to be cautious, because I feel like with the Tower here, the Tower right next to the Page of Pentacles, that some of you may be in a place where you are just really tired, and you could be really examining your relationship, and you could be ready for a kind of something dramatic, and it could be even leaving the relationship, because the Tower is kind of a shock, something that surprises everyone. And I feel like you're ready to do something huge here. Because you want this change in the relationship. I feel like you're going to be looking at your partner, their feelings for you, the way they treat you, everything that's happened between you. You're going to be looking at this very carefully in the month of October. Again, you're ready for movement, or you're ready for commitment, or you're ready for marriage. You're doing all of this from a very emotional place. So kind of be careful that you don't abruptly end a relationship, because some of you actually can be doing that. And again, this is you. This is not them. They're on the other side. We'll get to them in a minute. Now, there's an earth sign here. That would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. I mean, this can be, if you have a partner or the person that you love is an earth sign, this is them. But it can also be, I'm getting for some of you, it can be someone who maybe is interfering in your relationship. It could be a third party, either on your side, their side, or somebody that's meddling in the relationship. It can even be that someone could be communicating to you something about the person that you love. Because the pages do represent communication. Although I was kind of getting at first that this is you kind of examining your relationship. Because that is, to me, that is the meaning of the Page of Pentacles. But there can also be perhaps an earth sign that is telling you something that you didn't know about the person that you love. Like something unexpected, something that blows your mind. You could be hearing something about your partner. But I do feel for many of you, you're looking at this relationship in the month of October and thinking, okay, I've invested all this time. I've done everything that I can. And I literally saw that in the X spread. For those of you where this is your ex, the Three of Pentacles means you've done everything. You've done everything that you can. And still, the next card after the Three of Pentacles was the Hangman. So some of you might be feeling like you hit a brick wall. I feel like you're determined to see movement in your relationship, and you're looking at everything very carefully. And there could be a surprise. For some of you, you could even surprise yourself by kind of letting them know you're ready to move on. You could be giving them an ultimatum. But again, this Queen of Pentacles could be either someone that helps you with information, or it could be someone interfering in your relationship. Okay, let's look at them now. And again, this can be someone that you're with right now. It could be an ex, or it can even be maybe someone that you're interested in. Okay, so they've got the 10 of Wands, 2 of Cups, the World, the 7 of Wands, Death, and the King of Wands. Now, what's interesting is that for the month, if you go back and watch the reading, just go towards the end for the reading for September, the person that you love also had the Death card there. So, I mean, I forgot where it was, but I know they did have the Death card on their side. So, I mean, it can be that perhaps they're ready for an ending. I mean, that won't be for everyone, but the fact that it's here again is kind of surprising. Also, that your energy is here. So I feel like the person that you love, whether this is an ex or someone that you're just interested in, you're definitely kind of on their mind with the King of Wands being here. This is you. So again, we're looking at them, what they want, what they're hoping for. I mean, the fact that they have the 2 of Cups is good, because this is soulmate energy. This is love, romantic love, strong feelings, a connection. So does this person still have strong feelings for you, or do they love you? Are they genuinely in love with you? The cards are saying yes. But for some reason, there is this tired feeling around this person. They have the 10 of Wands here. For some reason, I see the person that you're in love with, like for some reason, feeling really burnt out. I don't know if this is maybe because there's something that's really strangling your relationship, so to speak. It could be someone interfering in the relationship. Maybe they're involved with someone else. Maybe it's you. I mean, this is someone that just feels really overwhelmed. There is some type of burden around the person that you love. There is some type of burden. I mean, their feelings for you are real. They have the 2 of Cups here. They do see you as a soulmate. But they have the World here. The fact that they have the World and Death, it could be that the person that you love, maybe they need to leave a relationship. If they're not involved with someone else, it could be that they just need closure, maybe on a past relationship. Because both of these cards, they represent endings. There is something that the person that you love, like they need to close that old chapter. It can be someone maybe from their past, but it can even just be like they just need to move on with their life in some way. Maybe something from their past is kind of blocking their love life. Because I do see the person that you love as just someone who is overwhelmed, drained, and just feeling like maybe they feel like they don't have anything to offer romantically, is another thing that I get. It is, they need to move on here with the World. It's time for them to move on to the next chapter in their life. And again, that could be why the Death card is here again. Because I know this card did come up for them in the reading for September. So, I mean, what I see here, look at this bottom row. 7 of Wands, Death, and the King of Wands. So I do see this person, kind of willing to fight for you. Because, the 7 of Wands is confrontational energy. So, I feel like for some of you, they are willing to fight for you. But for some reason, I see them really overwhelmed. It can be maybe that there is someone else involved. Maybe they're married. Maybe you're married. There's another relationship. That could be why you had, let me just grab it here, an earth sign on your side. So who is the earth sign? Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But again, for the person that you love, you're popped up here. You're here. You're definitely on their mind. Romantic love is here. But there's endings, like they need to end something. Something is bringing them down. It's sucking out all the happiness from their life. They need to stand up to someone, perhaps even themselves. But the 7 of Wands is confronting maybe their own fears. Perhaps they're postponing, kind of moving forward in the relationship. Because I see that you're ready with the Knight of Cups. You're ready, and I feel like, with the Page of Pentacles coming up for you, you're looking at the relationship, at the connection very carefully. And some of you are going to be doing something dramatic here with the Tower. It could be that you're tired of waiting. I'm trying to tie this all together, and it's hard to kind of say in a general reading because it's going to be different for everyone, and the cards all mean so many different things. For some people, the World could be that maybe they just need to move on with their life, and for others, it could just be that maybe they feel they need to move on because the World and Death, this is an ending. Let me look at this carefully to see exactly what I'm getting from the person that you love. So I also feel, look at this. 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands. It could be maybe if your partner, the person that you love, has been kind of resisting moving forward in the relationship or resisting commitment. They could be kind of fighting back also with the 7 of Wands. This could be, them really speaking up for themselves. Maybe they're feeling overburdened. Maybe they feel overwhelmed. Maybe that you're ready to move forward. And again, we saw this in the first spread, so keep that in mind. I just feel like you're going to be looking at your relationship, at your connection very carefully. You're going to be making decisions. Make sure you don't do it from a very emotional place because you do have the King of Cups. And remember, in the first spread, you had the King and the Queen of Cups. So I feel like the sign of Sagittarius is feeling very emotional in the month of October. Be careful. I feel like the person that you love loves you as well. But I also see them really tired, really overwhelmed, and like very fiery energy here. Like they're willing to fight you. They're willing to fight back. Also, there is a message. There's an energy here of endings. They could be focusing on an ending, or they might need to kind of end something in their life so that they can be with you. Okay, Sagittarius, this has been your love reading for October 2019. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.